currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no...
Hello, everyone. It's the Coach. Welcome to EA Sports coverage of the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl from right here in Orlando, Florida. Coming up, the AFC looking to make it 3 in a row as they square off against their rivals from the NFC. I'll be back at halftime, but first, let's get you downtown to Camping World Stadium. Standing by our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All set to go now from Orlando. The 2019 NFL Pro Bowl is underway. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a carry for James Conner of the Steelers. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run forward with Conner. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Conner. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And this will move the sticks yet again as the tackle's going to be made at the NFC's 13-yard line. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. We're scoreless after 1. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. teams in the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown! Julio Jones. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the AFC set to go now. Well, we can continue to talk Pro Bowl as we go along, but let's talk a little Super Bowl. Super Bowl 53, 1 week from today over in Atlanta. New England taking on the Rams. Time for your Super Bowl prediction, CD. What do you think?
Well, everyone thinks defense when they think the New England Patriots, but in the time that they've had their head coach and their quarterback, Tom Brady, guess what? They're the #1 offensive team in the NFL. And you know the Rams are high flyers as well. So that tells me that this Super Bowl, low scoring. It's going to be a total anomaly. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 13-10 final score, going totally opposite what it should be.
Wow, I'm going to completely disagree. I see high scoring, maybe 51-44, something like that. The two punters, Johnny Hecker and Ryan Allen, don't even show up to this one.
Johnny Hecker might throw a touchdown pass because you know the Rams like to fake it when he's on the field.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Tariq Cohen of the Bears back deep for the NFC. This is taken at about the 14. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the AFC is going to get the football back in great field position.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
First down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Mahomes. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their 2nd. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Mahomes going to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Now it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the AFC going to use their final timeout of the half as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete. The tight end Kelsey. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. Travis Kelsey as the first half is winding down. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And his kick is good. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with an AFC touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The NFC takes over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Breeze now. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll run with the Rams' Todd Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Oh, he sheds himself free. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for the touchdown. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length. And the NFC has retaken the lead. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll run on 1st down. Connor looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to get going.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to send.
And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 35 yards. And the AFC has once again taken the lead. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the two-point try. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Working from the gun, Mahomes to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a three-point game, but instead it'll stay at one.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up two, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for two here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Breeze. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage.
And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play that time for the NFC. And even 50 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Drew Brees. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Throwing now is Breeze. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That was Patrick Peterson from his quarterback spot whirling in for the sack. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Now here's Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On the return is Cohen. And they can't bring him down. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the NFC is going to have a short field as they take over 1st and 10. Brees going to throw. Jones has it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. Brees now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Brees. Caught by Jones. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Brees to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. There's Brees. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
Back to throw, Mahomes. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Back to throw. They complete it to Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Fights free yet again. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Brees now to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Brees to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They run. It's Gurley. Finding some room at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts. To throw, it's Brees. Looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game-tied fourth quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. Gets this one to Hill. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. On first down, it's Connor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road.